Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and today I'm in the house with a custom knife factory Evolution 2.0 for a review, and we're gonna analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this nice guy right over here. But hey, don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of content. So let's check this guy out. What is this? This is the custom knife factory Evolution 2.0, designed by John Sorensen, Rotten Design, and it's a very, very interesting one. Let's just check real quick the dimension of this boy over here. This is a little bit less than 8 inches overall in length, with a 3.2 inches cutting edge, a little bit, I would say, yeah, a little bit less than 4.5 inch long in the handle. Let's just see how this guy compares, for example, up against some of the usual suspects here. This is the Ontario Rat number 2 and Ontario Rat number 1, like that. You can see that's just right in the middle between these two pretty popular guys. And here you have your Benchmade mini bug out, and of course you guessed it right, it's gonna come up the Benchmade bug out, and you can notice this guy is bigger than both. So the Benchmade bug out and mini bug out, they're not that big, so yeah, it's not a huge boy. But for example, check out the Spyderco Para 3 and the Spyderco Para Military 2. It's right in between these two offerings from Spyderco. Not that much bigger than the Para 3, but yeah, it's, you know, kind of right there. But if you have, for example, a Chris Reeve Knives Sebenza, this is the small one and this is the large one, you can also see that this is right in between the offerings from Chris Reeve Knives. Another couple options I want to show you guys are the 520, also from Custom Knife Factory, and of course one of my favorite blades. This is the Snafu 2.0, designed by Peter Rassenti. This is designed by Philippe Georget. So 3 Custom Knife Factory right there, and you can see that this guy is pretty much in the same range of the 520, but just not as slim as that. This is another Custom Knife Factory we've got in the house. This is a Sukhoi 2.0. Anton Malishev designed, and it's a bigger boy for sure. Let me just show you another couple of fantastic ones. This is the Shirogorov Neon R20, and this is the Shirogorov F95 Slim Nudist. And as you can see, look at this. This is very interesting. This guy is just a little bit bigger than the Shirogorov Neon, just a tad bigger, but looks much bigger than that. What else can I show you? Just another couple, just because we have them here. Southern Grind Penguin right there. And what else? Look at this. Classic Hinderer XM18. This is the 3.5 inch version. What else can I show you? Just another couple popular ones. Koenig Arius Generation 4, Style 55. And yeah, why not? Hold Blade Works Spectre. This is a V3 Prestige right over there. So we have an idea of the size of these guys, because it's a little bit deceiving, I think. Overall, it's quite tall, and look at that. It's tall, and the blade also, it's tall, big belly. But let's check out the handle first. This is a titanium frame lock. Look at the finish of these lines going on over here. Nice fit and finish for sure. It gives a little bit of texture, but like a cool look for sure. It's very nice. The look closed is chunky, but it makes sense. I mean, I like this line coming out like that, and it's pretty tall. You're gonna feel this guy in the pocket for sure. You have some nice chamfering going on all around the edges. Look at that. Of course, you have internal chamfering, and you have, of course, also internal skeletonization. It's not super extensive on the lock side, as you can notice, maybe from this angle, but on the show side, it's pretty much, look at that. You have pretty big lightning pocket going on for sure. You have a nice finger groove with some jimping for the release of the lock bar right over there, and you have a nice Zirk backspacer with some jimping going on. Nice, not too aggressive, but absolutely functional. This side over here especially is gonna just feel like this area here of your hand, and then you're going to be able to just flick this guy open. So nice design in this area especially. Pretty cool fit and finish as well of the backspacer. It's nicely done. There's no lanyard hole, so you're not going to be able to do any of your lanyard hole thing going on. Blade is looks pretty much centered to me. Maybe just a tad favoring this side, but just a little bit. The tip is protruding just a little bit. So I mean, if you do something like that, nothing is gonna happen. But for example, I can just snag my fingernail and just pull out the blade. So it's not, I wouldn't say like unsafe, but it's there. So you can definitely just do this. So just keep that in mind. Overall look is, when closed, it makes sense. It has a sense because it's well proportioned, in my opinion. You have only this stud, of course. These are dual stud. This is not a flipper, and this is going to be your preferred method of deployment. Of course, you can do like a spidey flick like that, or you can just use the hole to flick it like open like that. And there's some also nice chamfering going on in the hole as well. You've got flush hardware with the scale, nice closed pivot on this side, with a Moku tie, Timascus pivot collar matching the pocket clip. This is dark tie, and you have T10 Torx bit screws for the handle. You have 2 on this side, and you have 2 for the clip and 1 on the other side. So just a little bit, let's say, safe, because these are T10, so not the classic T8 you're used to see on the handle. And usually you get like T8 and T10 on the pivot, but in this case you get T10 on the handle and T20 on the pivot screw, which is fantastic. It's an oversized pivot. It's not captive. It's gonna spin around, but it's pretty easy to disassemble. You can also check my maintenance video to see what is going on the inside. Everything is flush and not protruding. Really, really nice put together. You have of course, a stainless steel lock face insert right over here on the lock bar to eliminate any kind of lock stick for sure. And you're gonna need a T8 in the case for the insert. So very, very interesting solution for the oversized screws. You have a black tie. It's a nice tie mask. Look at this, guys. This is dark. It's not like, for example, I don't know, what do we have? Timascus here, so that's another a little bit much more like colorful Timascus going on, but still it's a beautiful thing to see in the clip like that, and it's nicely done. There's a pretty good tension going on, nice clip design. Overall fit and finish is pretty good. Nice chamfers all around, tip-up carry only. It's only for right-handed people. This is not reversible, of course, and as I said, tip-up carry only. You have an interesting blade going on. It's a fingerprint magnet, as you can see. The finish, it's a beautiful hand rub satin, and these blades are hand ground. Let's just quickly check the stock thickness. So like that, let's just do 0, yeah. And so basically we are at 4.5 millimeter, like that, and it's going to be 0.18 inches. And if we check right over here, look at this. Let's do maybe here. There you go. Yeah, 0.013. This is like crazy slicer. So the stock thickness is not that thin, but the grind, the hollow grind going on here is absolutely a slicer. It's a like laser, super thin behind the edge. You can appreciate from this angle. And you can see that the blade is, it has a pretty unique shape with this aggressive jimping going on with a dual tone finish. So you have the satin finish going on the spine, and you have some blasted finish in the grooves, really nice. And you have some chamfering going on all around the jimping, which then extends on this area here, going down to the tip where it ends. Over here, there's no chamfering, so it's kind of sharp on this side and abruptly descends down to the tip of the blade where it just starts, and with this huge and accentuated belly up to the sharpening choil, which is very interesting, underlines how thin behind the edge this blade is. And you have no chamfer on this part of the finger choil or sharpening choil, and you have the chamfer coming out right here from the beginning of the plunge grind up to the end of the tang of the blade. So interesting feature over here. We're going to chat in a bit about that. But then you have a pretty tall blade, hollow grind, hand rubbed satin. You've got a hole chamfered. There's zero billboarding going on this side. On the other side, you got, of course, your M390 marking and the number of the model for this guy. So just very contained billboarding. You've got your Custom Knife Factory logo right over there, and the Rotten Design logo on the other side. So pretty much unobtrusive in my opinion. You have, of course, some unique style. This is a very unique knife. Overall look is it's something that it's either you like it or you don't. It's not like it's not gonna leave you indifferent. This is what I mean. So let's just check real quick the sound of this guy, because when you flick it open, this is what you're gonna get, and when you close it, it's my favorite. So you open it, and it's a nice clack. It's not loud, but when you close it, it is a very decisive clink, like beautiful, not resounding, not loud, but beautiful. Has a distinctive sound, closing sound for sure. When you open it, yeah, it's quite common, I have to say. But this closing sound, I really love it. I don't know why. Very cool. Let's just check the weight of this guy, because even if it's titanium frame lock, even if there's some internal skeletonization going on, you still have a pretty thick stock right there, and this guy is gonna weigh in at 5.26 ounces. So just keep that in mind. This is not a lightweight thing to put in your pockets, like in your shorts. You're gonna feel it. But the overall feeling in the hand is really good. You have a good ergonomics going on in the handle, nice finger groove, a nice finger choil, which is gonna be absolutely fantastic for a choke-up grip. You can do a reverse grip like that, but for me it's not as comfortable because it's just the handle is a little bit too short. You see, if I would have to do something like that, which works, but you're gonna have the sharp end of the heel of the blade right over here, really getting close to your finger. So not the best, but I mean, it's still doable, a reverse grip, but the preferred grip is absolutely this one. You can take advantage of the jimping going on, of the finger choil, and it's gonna feel good in the hand. So really good for scraping. It just feels absolutely solid in the hand and well balanced. There's a little bit of texture going on, so not that slippery. Superb fit and finish, fantastic. Zero gaps, no misalignment, absolutely flush. Of course, nothing is rattling when you're shaking it. So it's a beast of a knife. It's put together really nicely, and look at the backspacer is conferring some rigidity to the overall structure, which you're gonna feel in your hand 100%. You also have no detent ball ramp, as you can see, so you're gonna have just a little bit of hard step going on like that. Nothing too crazy. It's still doable. You have, of course, no finger sore because it's the area over here is nicely chamfered to flick it open. You can do like a spidey flick like that. You can use the thumb stud like so. You can use the thumb stud on the back like that. So you have many ways to deploy this guy, and zero finger soreness coming from this area over here. Of course, you have no lock stick. Of course, you have no blade play, so it feels really good in the hand. And also like clip ramp, sorry, as it's a little bit on the shallow side, but absolutely slides in and out of the pocket like a boss. Very cool. The clip also, it has the right amount of retention, so it's gonna stay right there in your pocket, but it's not too stiff, so it's gonna be a pain. It's not gonna be a pain to take it out. So very nicely designed. This guy is running on multi-row bearing system around the pivot, so that is why the action is just so snappy and just flies open. And when you close this guy, this is what you're gonna get. So I mean, you see, that's fantastic. So you have, of course, like fall shot, drop fall shot action, because it's super smooth. Of course, I tuned this guy, but regardless, this came out of the box just like that. Crazy good action. Also, of course, the blade is thick and the weight is substantial, so you're gonna that's why, you know, you're gonna feel that effect. But yeah, it's very good. It's not as I don't know, it's not like as gliding shot as this guy, so you have something like more control. This is one of the best action in the business, but still, this is very pleasant. It's faster, but it's beautifully done. Very pleasant to play with. And you have, I would say, perfect detent on this one. It's very nicely dialed in for to be like a non-flipper, of course. So the detent strength is very good. It's missing a detent ball ramp. There's also some nice detent suction with a little bit of magnetic effect when you close the blade right into the handle. And I mean, overall, this is a very unique knife with a unique design. All absolutely interesting blade shape and handle combo. It's creating like a chubby one, like a tall one. It's not slim slender by any means, but it's not that thick as well. So it's a unique knife. Either you love it or you hate it. I think at the beginning I wasn't sold, but then I tried it out. The ergos are fantastic. The grind is ridiculously well done. The closing sound is very cool indeed. So I think I like this guy. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned.